What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a dose of Pokemon. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So today we are going to be discussing about the Pokemon TCG English sets that I think are hot right now for the month of June 2025. And you're probably going to be like, well, they're all hot. A lot of people are going after pretty much any set they can find on the store shelves and online and all that stuff. And yeah, you're right. But these are 5 sets I want to share with you all that I'm going to be focusing on, that I have been for the month of June and well into July until Black Bolt and White Flare do release. So I want to start things off with Destined Rivals. This has seen a drop in price and then now an increase, I'll put it that way. When we take a look at the booster boxes and Elite Trainer box, for example, this has slowly declined, and that's because it's been out. It came out at the end of May. It's been out for 2-3 weeks now, and it's dropped to $84.59, which is still about like $30 over MSRP. Is it worth it? I don't know. I personally wouldn't pay $85 for this, but that's really up to you. And then a Destined Rivals booster box going for $250. Man, I remember the day when during the Sword and Shield era, before the late 2020, early 2021 hype, there was booster boxes going for like $80, $90. That was really great. Like, it was awesome. I remember picking up a Rebel Clash booster box, and I think for like $80, $85, and now it's sitting at what, like $430, something like that, and I still haven't opened it. I don't plan on. I'm just gonna continue to add more products into my collection. But you can see there has been a drop in price and a slight increase. You know, went up $4 or $5 in the past couple weeks, and that's to be expected. But overall, the prices of sealed products have dropped because there's more availability. More people are getting their hands on it, and more people are opening. Now the singles have been pretty high up there. You know, let's take a look at this Mewtwo, this Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Let's do near mint, not lightly played. You can see, like, when it first released, it was at 366, and it quickly dropped to 346, and has since went up to 383. Look, this is a sweet card. I don't know if it's worth $380, $400. That's, you know, you be the judge for that. Would I buy this as a single for that? Maybe if I was, you know, if I had lots of money just laying around, then yeah, I probably would. But until it drops a little bit more in price, I wouldn't pick it up as a single, and I'll hold off on picking that up. But you get other really great cards: Cynthia's Garchomp EX, Ethan's Ho-Oh. But there's a huge gap. Look at the market price for Cynthia's Garchomp, $208 versus Team Rocket's Mewtwo, $380. So there's a huge price gap between like the first most valuable card and the second valuable card from the set. Then we get Ethan's Ho-Oh, Team Rocket's Moltres, and Team Rocket's Nidoking, which are like the only cards that are sitting at above $100. Then Team Rocket's Crobat is down there like $62.40. We get Team Rocket's Mewtwo. But overall, there's really great cards. Very, very good cards in this set. I think a lot of people are excited to open and pick up. And I don't have a lot. I actually didn't really open too many Destined Rivals. Like, I didn't get an Elite Trainer box, which I want to. But Shaman, I did pull that from a single pack, so that's a plus. I'll put it that way. The pull rates on this set aren't the greatest. From what I've seen in videos, I wouldn't rate them as really good, but they're not too bad. They could definitely be better. But as you know, their demand continues for this, there's still going to be lots of supply. It's a new set, and we're going to continue to see this throughout, like reprints. Hopefully Pokemon does reprint this and we see more throughout the next couple of months on the market. I've seen that at my local Staples. They've been selling packs for $5.99 rather than the $4.99 MSRP, and a dollar extra. But I went twice, and within like 4 days, they were gone. There was maybe a couple left, which was still surprising that there's still a couple packs. And I did end up picking 2 or 3 just to, you know, open one and add some to my collection. Like I said, I don't have the Elite Trainer box, which is a must for me. I'm trying to pick up every single Elite Trainer box from each set. So Destined Rivals, I have yet to pick one up, so hopefully the prices continue to drop. But this is one set I would add to the collection. It's still a Team Rocket set. It's not the Team Rocket set we were looking forward to, like a dedicated, but it's still up there. It's still got Team Rocket cards. The next set is definitely Prismatic Evolutions. So this one, again, first of all, the pull rates on this are terrible. I'll tell you that the pull rates on this are terrible. I'm surprised I still pulled an Espeon EX SIR. But first of all, the prices on this are still really high, and as soon I haven't seen them in stores. I'll put it that way. I have not seen these in stores. Even with the restock, I have not come across them in stores. It's really upsetting. It's really aggravating. But I'm grateful that I was able to pick up a Pokemon Center exclusive right before this hype started. So I have one sealed sitting in my collection, and I'm still looking for reasonable prices. And if I come across any, then I will add them to my collection. But at this point, I'm only looking for products I don't have. For example, I was able to pick up a Prismatic Evolutions booster bundle and add it to my collection from the Pokemon Center website. So I am grateful for that, but I didn't open it up just because, like, I know the pull rates are bad. Like, they're really hard. It's really difficult to get good pulls from this. Like, if you want an Umbreon, if you want a Sylveon, you're gonna have to pull a lot of packs. Like, I'm still surprised that I pulled this Espeon. Lightly played hollow foil. Let's do a near mint. We're sitting at, wow, near mint is sitting at 290. That's crazy. I'm surprised that this is going for 290. This was at one point, as you can see, like in the past 6 months, right? You know, it got released and it was sitting at 326, went up to like 428, and kind of stuck around there, and that slowly dropped into 290s. Again, it's probably because more people are getting their hands on, and this recent drop in price is because of the Costco bundles, which unfortunately I have not been able to get. I tried with the website, didn't work. I tried with going in store, didn't work, so that was unfortunate. But prices on these generally have dropped. I think the Umbreon has also dropped too. When we take a look, it's like sitting at 1,500 at one point, 1,600 when it first got released, and now it's sitting at 1,100. So is it really worth $1,100? Probably, I don't know, but it's up there with the Evolving Cries Moonbreon EX, or Moonbreon. Is it the V? It's VMAX, yeah. The Umbreon VMAX from Moonbreon is what they call it. And then we have all of the other evolutions up there as well. And then forget those. Like, we still have other really great SIRs in this set. Roaring Moon, Dragapult. Like, I really want to pick up this Raging Bolt, but again, I just don't have $90 to buy a single card. I'm currently working on videos and content for you guys, you know, of singles, both like illustration rare and SIRs that are reasonable to pick up, that, you know, potentially may add value to your collection. Again, you don't want to just indulge right in and throw everything at this set or at Pokemon in general. You want to make sure you have enough for each set, because look, it's an expensive hobby, and you're going to run out really quick. But putting this aside, Prismatic as the second, the third one I actually really like, and I think you should pick up. I've still seen in stores, and that is going to be Crown Zenith. And I say that specifically because of the Galarian Gallery. There are so many great cards that I think are just, the artwork on them are phenomenal, first of all, but I think they are underpriced. I think they are worth so much more. I mean, this Giratina V-Star, I think it's so much more, and it has dropped over time in the past 3 months. And that's because there has been, you know, more people getting their hands on it. It does make sense. But this is such a great set. Look at all of these great cards. I do have the Arceus V-Star and the Origin Form Dialga V-Star. And I do want to pick up a Palkia as well as the Giratina to make it the complete set. But you do get really great cards like Mewtwo V-Star. You get the Leafeon V-Star, Glaceon, Suicune. You also get Entei, and then there is Raikou as well. Deoxys V-Star. There's the Deoxys V-Max. Again, there's the Mew, Zacian V. We get Zamazenta V. We get Regigigas V-Star. Like, so many great cards in this set that are, I think, is being undervalued. That's just me putting it out there. And the sealed products aren't that much more expensive. Like, they're not crazy. I mean, yeah, some of them are up there. Like, if you try getting one of this Elite Trainer Pokemon Center Plus, then yeah, you're gonna pay $280. But Again, 170. This has kind of gone up in price, I guess you can say, in the past 3 months. It only does make sense, Elite Trainer Box for Crown Zenith. But if you do come across like any other sealed products, if you come across like any booster packs, come across these booster bundles or these tins, like you are going to get a decent amount of packs. I've seen this Sea and Sky Premium Collection at Sam's Club for a while. I mean, at one point they were sitting at like $40, and now look at it, $162 for that. So, you know, it's only going to keep adding up from there. So if you do see them, like this one time, maybe like October of 2024, I was just, you know, I was traveling like a 6-7 hour drive. I was on a road trip, and I stopped by a local Target while I was supercharging, and I came across, I think it was maybe it was a Galarian Moltres, or I think it was this one right here. I came across this tin, the Galarian Zapdos, the international version. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick one up, and I picked it up. I think it was like 20 bucks, and yeah, it's sitting at a market price of 38, but it's over time it's going to go up in price. And each pack for Crown Zenith right now is sitting at $9.60. Again, that's only going to go up in value. So I'm going to keep talking about Crown Zenith because I think it's a really good set, and it should be taken seriously much more. That's just me. I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about it. Maybe they are. I just haven't come across any. The next set I want to talk about is Twilight Masquerade. This has one main card that a lot of people go for, and that's the Greninja V, the SIR Greninja V, and then the rest of the cards, people are like, whatever, you know. You see a huge market price difference between the Perrin SIR as well as the Greninja. It's like 286 versus 96, and then it just drops off real quick. The Carmine drops off to 77, and so on and so forth. Like, the prices aren't up there, but still, these are great cards to add to a collection, rather than if you are looking to, you know, pick up cards right now and, you know, later on sell off, or let's say buy a Greninja and just sell it off real quick. That's, I don't know, that's really not me, but if that's you, whatever. I still think there are really cool cards that you can add, like this Hisuian Growlithe, beautiful artwork, beautiful illustration rare, if you ask me. Frostlass, again, beautiful illustration rare. Blood Moon Ursaluna, great, both in the hyper rare as well as the special illustration rare. Again, it's a set that I've seen fairly decent amount, as well as like an Elite Trainer Box on the market shelves. I'll put it that way, like at my local Target. And it's gone up in value in the past 3 months. In fact, the past 6 months, it's slowly gone up in value. And over time, this will continue to go up. As long as that Greninja's, you know, EX still is in the set, which it's not going to go anywhere, then yeah, it's going to keep going up. And you see the booster box market price, it's always going to go up. And I've seen people be like, oh, I wish I picked this up, you know, a year ago. A year ago it was only sitting at $107. That's me. I'm one of those people. I don't say it out loud, but I kind of sit there and I'm like, oh, I wish I picked it up last year. It's $107, and now it's sitting at $257. Huge price jump. Again, a set that's not too crazy in price, and if you come across, and still available in stores, you just have to be pretty lucky. But if you come across, then I'd say pick it up. Next set, again, there's so many sets here, but I really want to focus on the 5 main ones I've kind of been looking for more so when I go to my local stores as well as like online. And that's the 5th set is going to be 151. Great cards. Charizard EX obviously is up there, and I think Charizard EX has gone down in price. Let's change this to near mint. Let's see right here. There we go. So it has dropped in price. So it was sitting at $250 and it has dropped to $185, $180. And that's because there has been updates. You know, there has been restocks with 151. And when you go to like GameStop, for example, and you wait in line, it's not just Destin Rivals and Prismatic. It's 151. People are going after 151 still. This came out in the summer of 2023. And I think they're still going to kind of push this out for a little bit longer. But I feel like, you know, it's going to be 2 years. I think it's going to be 2 years in the summer. This set is going to, it's going to kind of fall down, if you know what I mean. Like, not what I mean by fall down is like the restocks are going to end soon, I don't know how soon, but soon. And maybe in the next year, we might see it for another year and then kind of fall off after that. I don't know exactly, but we are, I feel like, past half of its life cycle. I'll put it that way. And we won't be getting any reprints after that. So I'd say if you still have the opportunity, if you see them in stores, pick them up. Like, we get some really great artwork here as well. There is that Charizard EX, which is the chase card, and my mic is falling off, so I do have to fix this real quick. Hopefully I don't screw with the mic while I'm speaking. Like, the fluffy thing fell right off. There we go. And the Blastoise EX, again, it's up there. It's $60, which is not too bad. And, people who pick these up obviously end up grading them. If you go for like Venusaur EX, again, great card, special illustration rare. 151 is bringing a lot of people back into like who started playing the games, who started playing red and blue and yellow. Zapdos EX, for example, which I love. It includes all the birds inside. I have this card, market price sitting at $47.40. I think it's a great card. Again, they have the entire lineup of the starters in illustration, a special illustration rares. It's a great set to pick up. The sealed products are pretty expensive. Like, for example, this 151 Ultra Premium Collection, which last year when the hype wasn't there, this was going at like $80, I think 80 or 90 at Costco, and usually retails for 120. I picked up two. Obviously, me being here on Dose Pokemon, I opened one up and kept one sealed. Kind of wish I kept both of them sealed at the time. I didn't know, and who cares? At the end of the day, whatever. It's like, I still got the promos inside. I still got some decent pulls. $375, $385. In fact, one person selling it for $385 for an ultra premium collection. You're probably not going to find these in stores, and if you do, they'll be gone within an instant. So if you do, then you're pretty lucky. If you do come across like an Elite Trainer box, which I haven't in a long time, I've seen more of like the small boxes as well, which I'm going to showcase right here on screen soon. But look at this. Like, I want to pick this up. Normally I wasn't even going to pick this up, and I don't know why. I just saw it in stores. I'm like, you know what? I don't have a Pokemon Center one, so I'm going to pick one up. And I picked it up for $50, sitting at $242. This is a regular one. Now, if you had the Pokemon Center one and paid $60, wow, we went from $120 to $490 for this card. Crazy how Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, like, the price is like double. Let's take a look at like the other products that are sealed. So a lot of people are coming across booster bundles, which again, I think retail for like $30. GameStop may be selling it for a little bit more, but market price right now is $68. And, I'm seeing a lot of people on Facebook, for example, Facebook Marketplace, that are selling Pokemon cards, and they're going, again, with what the market has to offer. But I'm telling you, a lot of those people don't even care about Pokemon. They're just in it for a quick buck. Like, I have some of the Costco Pokemon Center, like these 151 tins, that I didn't open, but I'm just holding on to my Pokemon collection. Like I've like I said in past videos, I've been in Pokemon for years now, pretty much my entire life. Like, for me, it's a lifestyle. I grew up with it, so I'm really not in it to make that extra $5-10. And yes, there has been times where I did end up, selling some of my product, but that's for other different reasons. One, I've held on for quite some time that I just didn't really want to. I want to change some of the products I have in my collection. I don't want to pick up every single product that is put out on store shelves or anything like that. So I do want to prioritize a little bit more. But Scarlet and Violet 151, as I said, I would definitely recommend. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Stay tuned for July, because, spoiler alert, we are going to be adding Black Bolt and White Flare. I think that's going to be a really good set. But if you did enjoy, definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, comment down below your favorite set, favorite cards, whatever it may be, content you'd like to see on the channel. We're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. Let's make it, and I'll catch you all in the next video.